Good evening, students. Thank you for enrolling in our class. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ernest, and I'm going to be your instructor throughout this class. I am sure that most of you have a lot of information about dating, relationships, and marriage. So I'm not going to bore you with all those things that you already know. What we're going to talk about today is about things that you don't know about. And the best part of it is that this class is going to be 2 nights. It has been broken into, and the course has been broken into 4 simple principles to make it easy to understand. So I'm going to do an overview of all the principles so you have an idea what we're going to be talking about in the, for the next 2 nights. Principle 1 is dating. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about, dating. And before going into dating, there are 3 things that you need to know. First, the 3 categories of dating. Next is, for you ladies, you need to really understand men. And for you gentlemen, you need to understand women. And here's the reason. For you to properly understand and do something right, you have to know how it works. Okay? So once you have this information, everything else will be easy. And of course, under the dating principle, we're going to talk about where to find people to date, how to select the right people to date, and all the things that you need to do, including dating etiquette, how to conduct yourself when you're actually on a date. Okay? And you are welcome to stop me if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. The next principle is principle number 2, the actual love relationship. So let's imagine that we've gone from dating, and now we're going to go straight into the love relationship. And now, one thing that I want to mention to you is about confirmation. In my pocket, I have a piece of paper, and I want you to pay very close attention to what this means. This will make the difference between how successful your relationship and your marriage is going to be. This is a piece of paper or a receipt that I got from the store from making a purchase. When you go to a shop and you make a purchase, what happens? They give you a receipt. This receipt is a confirmation that the item that you have just purchased belongs to you. When something belongs to you, it is yours. Okay? And so when you leave the store, you don't have to worry that the item is going to leave you or that somebody's going to take it from you. Why? Because it belongs to you. Now, apply the same principle to dating. When you go into a relationship, the first thing that you need to do is, when you have selected somebody that you want to have a relationship with, the first thing that you need to do is get a confirmation. And the reason being that you want to make sure that the person that you've decided to have a relationship with is the right person. After confirmation, now you're in a relationship. How do you maintain that relationship so it doesn't fail? We're going to talk about do's of relationships and don'ts of relationships. Do's of relationship are things that you need to do to make your marriage and your relationship work. Don'ts of relationship are also called relationship killers. These are the things that destroys, or should I say behaviors that destroy relationships and marriages. And we're going to go through all that. We're also going to talk about avoiding toxic relationships, especially abusive relationships, and how to pick up the signs that the person that you're about to have a relationship with is going to be an abuser. And you can actually, there is a way to find out if somebody is the right person or the wrong person for you. And we're going to go through all that. The next principle is principle number 3, and this is the actual marriage. So we've gone from dating, relationships, and now we are into the marriage. Divorce, as you all know, is an epidemic. But the reality is that it doesn't have to be. And so we're going to teach you how to avoid divorce and to make your marriage perform and have a flow. And what I mean by flow is that it means your marriage or your love relationship is working at its maximum, and that everything is working perfectly and is bringing you what you are looking for. For example, happiness. So in this principle 3, we're going to look at fixing deficiencies. And what I mean by that is that you want to look at anything that is going to cause a marriage to fail and fix it. So fixing deficiencies. Next, we're going to talk about the psychology of conflict resolution. And this is one of the things that plague a lot of couples, is how to properly resolve conflicts and the causes of conflicts. And we are also going to talk about one very important thing that the experts recommend, and this is never discussed, which is exit strategy. Exit strategy. And what does that mean? Sometimes, even with our best efforts, the marriage doesn't work, it fails. How do you survive? So this is what the experts recommend. In every marriage, there's two things that you need to do. One, you have to have your own financial identity. Two, you have to create a support group. These two things is a must, and we're going to discuss them in details and the reason why you need to have it. And just to give you a brief idea, is whenever there's a divorce, guess what happens? The children get caught in the middle. The wife generally struggles after the divorce. Okay, so we're going to talk about all these things and how to prevent all that from happening to you. Next principle is principle number 4. This is one of my favorites. It's called success plan. So in this principle, so now you have dating, relationship, and your marriage. What we're going to do next is to put together a plan to help you to be successful. And we start by reviewing your relationship success blueprint. Are you writing that down? This is a must. So what we're going to do is to help you understand what this means and why your relationship or your love life is the way it is. Then we're going to fix it. That is the fun part. And we do that by putting together a success plan. And this success plan is just personalized just for you. Now the success plan comes as a package, and it can also come in an individual form. For instance, if you are here to learn about dating, we're going to help you put together a success plan just for dating. If you're in a relationship, we're going to put a success plan for relationship. If you're in a marriage, we're going to help you put together a plan for succeeding in your marriage. If you are here and you are single or you are dating and you want to prepare yourself for marriage to be successful at dating and relationships, the success plan is going to be about dating, relationship, and marriage all together. And not just that, this success plan is also something that you can use to apply in your own life, including your daily life, your financial situation, and everything. And it's quite good for helping you improve your life overall. So that is just a brief synopsis of what we're going to talk about in class. And it's almost like, it reminds me of an iceberg, okay? We have only talked about here. Everything else is here.